Hey, this is Adam from Robot King Studios. I kind of wanted to let people know that I'm doing stuff. So, while I'm sitting here at my desk, working on things, I would like to tell you about Milliput. Milliput is kind of like your green stuff. It's a modeling putty. It has a lot of other applications. But you know what's great about the various types of Milliput? You can get different kinds of hardness and detail abilities. I use superfine white Milliput. I do use green stuff too. I use green stuff. This is actually from Bored to Pieces. I've used the Gale Force 9 green stuff before. I've used the Games Workshop stuff a long time ago. I've used a lot of different types of putties and green stuff, but Milliput really is just outstanding. You'll excuse me. As you can see right now, hold on. You can see right now, I'm working on some Slaaneshi fun. I have a Greater Demon, I have some Seekers. As you can see, there's a couple more boxes over there. So, there's going to be Daemonettes, Seekers, Greater Demon. Little bit of interesting information. This Greater Demon, I bought almost 10 years ago. And it has been my own personal model for some time, but I've decided to part with it for a number of reasons. So my nearly 10-year-old Greater Demon of Slaanesh, I've stripped it of most of its paints. I took it apart and reassembled it, cleaned it up. Got a new base for it and everything. So, I've stripped a lot of the old paint off, not all of it. I'm going to go ahead and clean it up a little more, but it's a beautiful model. So, for all of you out there who love demons, watch for pictures when I get this army done. I will, of course, take some pictures, probably a number of pictures. Some Space Marines right now are actually drying. I went ahead and I gave them an overcoat of protective glaze, which, where did I put that bottle? Alright. Ultratech, Liquitex Ultra Matte Medium. It dries on clear, and it is a fine artist supply, but the Liquitex Ultra Matte Medium is really, you can get a really thin coat on. It's clear, it's semi-reflective, but not too much. You want a glossy quality to a finished model, but you don't want them to go and blind someone if the sun comes in the window. So no worries about that. So, I'm doing some puttying work and working on some pieces of terrain. Obviously, as I already said, I have those Space Marines drying with their varnish drying on them, their protective coat of the Liquitex Ultra Matte Medium, which I prefer art supplies. I really do. Artist quality pieces of supply and whatnot, just absolutely lovely. You sit there for a second. So, I'm assembling stuff right now. These Slaaneshi, Slaanashi, Demonettes and whatnot, and I just finished letting the glue and some Milliput that I used to fill in gaps and to rebuild some of the joints on the Greater Demon. Bear in mind, he's very old, and when I had to take him apart, there was some loss. But I use Milliput to rebuild those joints, and that Milliput is hard as a rock once it dries. It takes only a couple hours, actually, because I use superfine white, and superfine white really will harden and cure within a couple of hours. Just like green stuff, you want to keep your fingers wet when you're working with it. Try not to get it on your hands too much, as it will stain your fingers white, much like green stuff stains your fingers green. The difference is the superfine white Milliput will really stick on there, like severely. I have a bunch of extra airbrushes. These airbrushes I use, if you remember, I use the custom color stuff, and I actually have a ton of the extra airbrushes, and I'm gonna be putting those on. I'm gonna be getting rid of those, because I don't need as many as I have. I have way too many airbrushes for what we here need. But I got all sorts of stuff going on. I picked up some things recently that I'm going to have to include in later videos. But this is kind of my time to say, hey there, howdy. How's everybody doing? My camera. You know my camera. You know the problems with my camera. You see it all the time. But, yeah. More stuff for the Slaaneshi army. I'm thinking about... There has to be... There's a unit of Furies that is supposed to go with this, but I've been thinking about how I want to do them. The project is kind of open-ended, so I'm not going to use actual Fury models. I've decided that. I'm not going to use the actual Furies. And I have some play with what I can do, so I may pick up some of the Harpies and do some work to them to make them fit, or I may convert and scratch build completely a unit of Furies. We'll see. Maybe I'll combine. Maybe I'll use some actual Furies, some Harpies, and some conversions. What do you think? You tell me what you would like to see for the Furies. Give me some ideas. Go ahead and throw them at me. I'm probably going to already have started working on some things, but if you give me good ideas, I might backtrack on myself and try something different. If you've been checking out RobotKingStudios.com, in the studio gallery, you'll see our new Demon Alien terrain that we've been working on, which that is actually almost completed. If you haven't seen it, go take a look at it. If you have any ideas, it was originally going to be a 24-piece set, but we've added another piece, which is going to be a large sacrificial blood pool. So, which I may add skeletons to. I don't know, some skulls, some skeletons, some bits of dead people. But it'll have a large. It's going to be a slightly raised hill type thing with a divot inside full of delicious blood from sacrifices. Yeah. So this is Adam from Robot King Studios. Give me some ideas. Shoot me some concepts for Furies. What do you think would be nice? Should I scratch build them completely? Use Harpies? Use actual Furies, Harpies, and scratch builds? Should I mix and match? So should I combine Harpies with Furies? Should I go ahead and do something unique and interesting? Give me an idea. Anything. Shoot it at me. Tell me what you think. Give me your thoughts. And, okay, so this is Adam from Robot King Studios. I'm signing out now because I have to get back to work. And frankly, if I don't work, I don't get anything done. So, okay, this is Adam from Robot King Studios signing out. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Go to RobotKingStudios.com. Check things out. Alright? Mwah.